Hi, welcome to the library and welcome to the summer reading program. My name is Katie and I'm going to help you dig deeper into wildlife. Today we're taking a tour up at Treehouse Wildlife Center, and can you tell from my costume what we might be asking about today? Well, if you guessed owls, you are wise. So come on, let's go in. Hi, Treehouse Wildlife Center. I'm here from the library.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I have a feeling you're going to ask me about owls today.
That's right. How did you guess? So what can you teach us about owls?
All right, so let's talk about owls. So what exactly makes an owl an owl? An owl is a nocturnal bird of prey. This means they are awake at night and hunt other animals. They have large eyes to help them see in the dark. Their feathers are extra soft to give them silent flight. They've got large ears hidden under their feathers on the sides of their head that allow them to pinpoint the sound of a mouse in the leaf litter. They can also turn their head about 270 degrees so they can easily look around while perched up in a tree. If you could turn your head that far, you would be able to look forward over your other shoulder. To catch their prey, owls use sight and sound to figure out where they are. They then fly down silently and catch them with their feet, which have very strong talons. The great horned owl, for example, has 500 pounds per square inch of crushing power in its feet. There are many different species of owls found across the world. Let's talk about the species we see most often at Treehouse. We have the great horned owl, which is the largest owl commonly seen in our area at an average weight of about 3 pounds. It is called the great horned because of the large feather tufts on top of its head. They are generally a mixture of brown and black coloring with some white on the front and big yellow eyes. The great horned owl is the only known predator of the skunk. The next owl we'll talk about is the barred owl. This is the most common owl found around Treehouse with an average weight of just less than 2 pounds. It is given the name barred to describe its barred feather pattern. It has large dark brown eyes and no feather tufts on top of its head. The barred owl is very vocal with lots of different calls. Let's listen to this one here. Sometimes people think there is a monkey in the woods when they hear one. They like to eat a variety of small prey, even fish. One of the smallest owls found around here is the eastern screech owl. They weigh on average only 6 ounces. These owls come in two colors, red and gray. They like to eat bugs, mice, and even other birds. Now don't be fooled by their name. They are not big screechers, but actually make a trill like call. Listen to Bobo. And finally, the last owl we're going to talk about is the barn owl. The name is often confused with the similar sounding barred owl we mentioned earlier, but these owls are very different. They have a heart-shaped face and are usually white with a golden and gray mottled colored back. They have an average weight of about 1 pound. These owls got their name from their tendency to live in old wooden barns. They do not hoot like other owls, but instead have a deafening scream. Their white color, loud scream, and tendency to live in old buildings make them a good candidate for a lot of ghost stories.
And here in the Education Center, we have Bobo, who is an eastern screech owl. She's partially blind and came to us about a year ago, so she'll live the rest of her life with us.
I just love owls. This reminds me of a really cute story. One odd old owl. In the forest of Nod, by a slumbering stream, there's a tall, twisting tree that grew out of a dream. Down through its branches, silently oozing, slides a slow, sleepy snail, disturbed from her snoozing. One odd old owl, in slumber so deep, is snoring so loudly the snail cannot sleep. If there's one thing snails hate, it's the sound of loud snoring. So, spying two birds, she at once started imploring, "Please wake up that owl. It's time he was gone. I want some sleep, but he snores on and on." So two lazy lovebirds chirp, chirp, and cheep, but one odd old owl continues to sleep. "Louder," begs the snail, "much more noise, if you please." So three wily woodpeckers hammer harshly on the trees. Two lazy lovebirds chirp, chirp, and cheep, but one odd old owl continues to sleep. Then four fine feathered flamingos noisily knock their knees. Three wily woodpeckers hammer harshly on the trees. Two lazy lovebirds chirp, chirp, and cheep, but one odd old owl continues to sleep. "Louder," groans the snail, "the sun's almost set." So five delightful ducks quack quickly in quintet. Four fine feathered flamingos noisily knock their knees. Three wily woodpeckers hammer harshly on the trees. Two lazy lovebirds chirp, chirp, and cheep, but one odd old owl continues to sleep. Then six canaries sing in chorus their song, the sweetest yet. Five delightful ducks quack quickly in quintet. Four fine feathered flamingos noisily knock their knees. Three wily woodpeckers hammer harshly on the trees. Two lazy lovebirds chirp, chirp, and cheep, but one odd old owl continues to sleep. "Louder," cries the snail, "or else he'll snore all night." So seven harmonious hummingbirds rear their wings in flight. Six canaries sing in chorus their song, the sweetest yet. Five delightful ducks quack quickly in quintet. Four fine feathered flamingos noisily knock their knees. Three wily woodpeckers hammer harshly on the trees. Two lazy lovebirds chirp, chirp, and cheep, but one odd old owl continues to sleep. Then eight excited parrots screech and squawk with all their might. Seven harmonious hummingbirds rear their wings in flight. Six canaries sing in chorus their song, the sweetest yet. Five delightful ducks quack quickly in quintet. Four fine feathered flamingos noisily knock their knees. Three wily woodpeckers hammer harshly on the trees. Two lazy lovebirds chirp, chirp, and cheep, but one odd old owl continues to sleep. "Louder," weeps the snail, "if not, he'll snore for weeks and weeks." So nine crazy cockatoos shout in shrill, sharp shrieks. Eight excited parrots screech and squawk with all their might. Seven harmonious hummingbirds rear their wings in flight. Six canaries sing in chorus their song, the sweetest yet. Five delightful ducks quack quickly in quintet. Four fine feathered flamingos noisily knock their knees. Three wily woodpeckers hammer harshly on the trees. Two lazy lovebirds chirp, chirp, and cheep, but one odd old owl continues to sleep. Then 10 tired toucans clatter, clitter bold, bright beaks. 9 crazy cockatoos shout in shrill, sharp shrieks. 8 excited parrots screech and squawk with all their might. 7 harmonious hummingbirds rear their wings in flight. 6 canaries sing in chorus their song, the sweetest yet. 5 delightful ducks quack quickly in quintet. 4 fine feathered flamingos noisily knock their knees. 3 wily woodpeckers hammer harshly on the trees. 2 lazy lovebirds chirp, chirp, and cheep, but one odd old owl continues to sleep. "He'll never wake up," sobs the snail with a sigh. "Perhaps I can help," asks a voice in reply. Then out of the forest, when all hope seems to fail, steps a proud, princely peacock with shimmering tail. He takes a deep breath and throws back his head. Then he lets out a scream that anyone would dread. The deafening noise rings out round the skies. One odd old owl yawns, then opens both eyes. Soon soft silent wings through the starlight will soar. At last, laughs the snail, I can't hear that owl snore. But before that poor snail can ooze off to bed, 55 birds start snoring instead. The end. That was a really cute story. You know what I want to do now? I want to go outside and play owls. Come on. Wow, that was so much fun. I just love playing owl. Oh, I hope you learned something today. I know I sure did. And you know what time it is? It's time for the Explorer's Cup. And we're ready for our challenge. Time to get wise like a wise old owl. An owl is traditionally a symbol of wisdom. The inauspiciousness of the owl is nothing but the inauspiciousness of the man who thinks that the owl is inauspicious. A wise old owl sat in an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why can't we be like the wise old bird? There's a hidden owl in the word knowledge. Observe and reflect and become a little wiser every day. A wise old owl said, stay focused, be who you are, trust in a wise friend, live off of the land, glide through the dark times, be observant because life's a hoot. Wow, I feel so much wiser. Now it's your turn to do the weekly challenge. You need to come up with your own wise old owl saying and put it in the comments. I'd love to see what you have to say. And join us next time as we dig deeper into wildlife.